Hi all, welcome back to my channel. Hope you all are doing great. So in today's session, we are going to learn very exciting thing, that is the copy data activity from blob storage to ADLS Gen2 location. So what we are going to do, let's understand the scenario that we have one file, okay, in source, and we have to move it to the destination. So in this case, source is our blob storage and destination is our ADLS Gen2 location. So we have to copy the file from source to destination, that is from blob storage to ADLS Gen2 location using our ADF instance, using our data factory pipeline. Okay. So if you see my screen here, this is my portal. Okay, here if you see, I have a data factory. Okay, the type data factory v2 version. I have a storage account. This is Azure Blob storage account 0. So I have created these services earlier in the previous session. If you, in case if you have not gone through that, I will provide the link in the description box. You can go and check that video first, then you will be able to link your that part, how to create these services with this session. Okay, so in this session, source is already been created, ADF is already been created. Okay, so what is not there is the destination, that is Azure that is storage account, ADLS Gen2 storage account. Okay, so what we are going to do is, first we have to create a ADLS Gen2 location, not location, it's a storage account. So that is also a kind of a services which is provided by the Microsoft. So whenever you have to create any services, you have to create a resource and type that. I have this is it is already been there, because in previous session I have created a storage account. So whatever services which frequently being used is available in the Azure services panel here. So let me click, either I can click this or I can create a resource here. Let me create from here. Okay, create a resource, you have to type it over here, storage account, because I wanted to create one more storage account. Okay, so just type this and you will be redirected to this page. Click on create. Here you have to provide the all the details, like subscription, whatever subscription you have. Resource group, if it is already created, just choose it. I have two resources, I choose this resource group. Choose this resource group. Now give a nicer name. I'll give Azure storage ADLS account 01. Okay, let's see if it has not been taken. Okay, so it is present. For cost saving, let's use the very basic one, redundancy, that is LRS. Go to advanced, and here if you see, scroll down, this is a very important part, do not skip this. If you wanted to if you wanted to create a ADLS storage account, you have to choose this. Okay, data lake storage entries, hierarchical namespace, accelerate big data analytics workload, and enable file level access control list. So we have to click on this, you have to select this, which will make your storage account as a ADLS Gen2 location. This is basically used for the big data analytics. Okay, for a demo purpose, we are creating a ADLS Gen2 storage account. So here you do not need to choose anything, keep it as it is. Go to network, no need to touch anything. Go to encryption, go to tab, review and create. So everything is fine. Let's wait for the validation to complete. It will take, you see, validation is complete. Now click on create. So on the notification, you can see here the deployment is been submitted. So meanwhile, this will be created. This ADLS Gen2 location will be created. Storage will be created. What we need to see, we'll open this blob storage account. Okay, this blob storage account I have already opened in the new tab, and Azure Data Factory I have opened in the new tab. So let's check the file which we wanted to move. If you open the blob storage, okay, let me open this blob storage, click on it and go to the container. In the last section I told you container is nothing but a folder. So in this folder I have, in this container I have one input folder. If I click on this, I will see this employee data CSV. So my agenda is to move this CSV file from this location, from blob storage, to my recently created ADLS Gen2 storage. So this deployment is complete. Go to the source. Okay, here if you see, This is my what is the difference if I can show you in these two storages. So this is my Azure Blob storage account and this is my Azure storage ADLS account. If you see, the interface is quite similar. Okay, so what is the difference here? If you see here, click on overview. Okay, in the blob storage you can see hierarchical namespace is disabled for the blob storage. Okay, for ADLS, if you see in the overview, the hierarchical namespace is enabled. So this is the main difference between the storage accounts. So let's go and I'll show you the file. This file I wanted to move from this location input folder, and let me create. See here, there is no folder has been created. So let me create one folder, or let pipeline create the folder. So that is also the case. There is two cases, like you can create a folder and move your file to this location, or second thing, if the folder is not being created, the folder can be created runtime through your pipeline. So let me leave this, and if you have a questions like how this file is already been present, so what we can do, let me delete this folder, okay, first, and I'll show you how to load the file to your blob storage. So let me create a new folder like input. So let me create one folder, input demo. Okay, I have created one folder here. You can see input demo will be created in a while. So if you click on it, go inside it and upload your file which you wanted to move or which you wanted to copy to other location. So select the browse it. It will be in CSV. If you see, I have created one folder Azure Learning. There I have multiple files. Let me select this Microsoft CSV. Okay, this is CSV file, and let me upload it. So what will happen, this file will be uploaded in your location. If you can see here, close this file is present. If you wanted to see the data what is inside it, click on it, and right side this will open. Just click on add it, and here you can see this is the you can see the preview. You can see what is the data present in it. So close it. So now we are clear. Now here this ADLS location. Okay, now go to this Azure Data Factory portal. Okay, if you open this your ADF service, you will find this UI. You have to open Azure Data Factory Studio. So click on it. The studio will be open, and from where you can create your pipeline, and inside the pipeline you can choose your copy activity, and in the copy activity you have to provide the settings for your source and destination, and then execute that pipeline to check the file is been transferred or moved. Not transferred, it's been copied, because it is not making your file delete from the source location. So the copy activity makes sure that your file is being copied to the destination, but it is not making you sure that it is transferred or it is moved. Okay, when we say transferred or moved, that means that it is no longer available in the source and it has been completely moved to the destination, but it is not the case. Copy activity in the pipeline helps you to copy the data. Okay, so this is if you can see, this is your studio. Go to the author tab, and here we have a pipeline. Click on this three dots, create new pipeline. You have to provide the nicer name, pl underscore copy blob to ADLS. Okay, so this is our agenda. So this is fine. I have given a name. Now if you see move and transfer, we have a copy. So inside this category move and transfer, we have a copy data and we have a data flow. So whenever you have a transformation, okay, of your file, or you have to do some transformation, in that case we will use the data flow. Okay, so I will cover it in the in upcoming sessions. First, let's understand this one. So this is copy. Give a nicer name. When you select it, these are the settings which you have to fill. So let me see this. This is activity. So it will be copy from blob to ADLS. So like that, I have given a name of my copy activity. Okay. So if you wanted to give some description, you can give the description. Otherwise, it is not required as such. But it is good practice if you can provide the description. Then now we know that our input demo which is residing inside the blob storage is our source. Now how the ADF will connect with our source? Okay, so for that we have to provide the data set. Okay, so what we can do, I don't know how, let's suppose that I don't have any data sets available. So what we need to do, at runtime you can create a data set. So click on new, and here you have to select what is your data set. Select a data store, so you have to select which data store is for it. Okay, so yes. So our data store for the source is blob storage, so just type blob and it will appear. Select it, click on continue, and our file is CSV, so select the format of the file, click on continue, and here you have to provide the name of the data set. Okay, so I'll start with the ds underscore source. Let's suppose this is my source. Now it is saying what is the link service. This is the source, that is fine, I understand this is the location, but what is the connection strings, how I can connect to this particular source? For that we have to create a linked service. I have, in previous session I have created a link service which is connected to my blob storage location, but let me create a new one so that I'll show you how to create a link service to your blob storage. So click on new, and here you have to provide the link service connection. So I'll start with ln underscore blob connection. Okay, so this is my link service name. Here this is auto resolve integration runtime which is being used. Actually this is the main thing which is being used to connect to your different data sources, different data services. Okay, select your subscription. I have this subscription. And you have to choose, now you have to choose your storage account. If you see, my storage account is Azure Blob Storage account 0. So if you see here, if I click on this is my storage account. I have multiple storage accounts, so I have to choose this one as my storage account. Okay, so here if you see, and you have to, everything is done, click on this to check your test connection, whether the settings which you have given is good enough to connect to your storage account. Yeah, this is fine, connection successful. Click on create. Now link service has been created and it is put inside your dataset property. Now it is asking you what is the location from where you wanted to pull your to get your file which you wanted to copy. Okay, so let's suppose I'll click on specified file. So it is allowing me. So this is my file. I'll click on OK and click on OK. So what will happen? It will connect to my file. See the data source is there. It will connect with my file and it will it's now able to access my file. Okay. Recursively is used if you wanted to move all the or copy all the file in particular folders. In that case, recursively is required. In our case, we are connecting, we are just copying one single file, so it is not required as such. Go to sync. Now do the same thing to the sync. Okay, data source is again ADLS location. So here if you see storage, if you type the blob, then blob storage comes. If you type the storage, Azure Data Lake Storage Gen2. This is our destination. Okay, this is our destination. If you see here, so hierarchical namespace is enabled. So this is our Azure data. See here, account guide, storage v2, general purpose. So what you need to do, select Azure Data Lake Storage Gen2, click on continue, file is CSV, and here you can put dataset destination and ADLS. Okay, so let's suppose linked service, click on continue. Again we have to link service to our ADLS Gen2. Okay, so ADLS, let's suppose this is my link service and I need to provide my subscription. Okay, now I need to select my account. So if you see here, this is my Azure, the name if you see here, Azure Storage ADLS account. I'll go back here in the studio and select the same thing, Azure Storage ADLS account. So this is my storage account. Okay, try to see whether the connection is succeeded or not. See, the connection is successfully, that means we are able to access this location using this linked service. Okay, now create it. So this will create your link service and it will used in your data set. Okay, remove this. And now it is asking me to which location you wanted to put your file, to load the file. So if you wanted have some folders, see here I have no folders. So that's why it is giving me nothing. So what you can do, file system here, you can create one folder, the runtime, output demo. Okay, the file will moved here. So let's see. And here if you click on OK, okay, wait, there is something difference. If you feel after, you can always open the sync data set. Click on here and browse it. And instead of browse, you can put it here, output demo, and go back to your copy activity. Go back to your copy activity here. So this is all done. Our source is done with this data source. Okay, file is there. In sync, I have provided the data source as well as the destination. If you see, the file extension is .txt. The extension is .csv. So change it to .csv. Okay, and I think now everything is done. Now what you need to do, you have to before publishing it all, just check everything is fine or not uh, uh, by clicking this validate. So see, the your pipeline has been validated. There is no issue with the pipeline as such, validation perspective. Now click on debug to test it whether the file is moved, is been copied or not. So when you click on debug, it will run your pipeline and you can see the output here. Okay, and the pipeline is in queue status. You wanted to refresh, you can refresh by clicking on this icon and see the pipeline got succeeded. So if you see, this is the name of your pipeline, the type of your activity, what is the runtime, how much time it took to execute, which integration runtime it took to execute your pipeline, and this is auto generated runtime id, which is unique to all the pipelines. So if you see here, this is one lens icon, this is arrow. So this is nothing but an input. So it is saying that what is the input to your activity and what would be the output of your activity. So if you see, click on it. So if you can see in the input, everything what you are selected inside the pipeline, everything or the activity, this is nothing but a JSON file. So if you see, the source you have taken as this one, type is this, okay, format setting and sync, every thing which you have choose, it is coming in the JSON format, and this is your output. So output, it will give you that how much data this pipeline or the activity has read, how much data is been written. See, it read 61 and it written also the same. File read is 1, file written is 1. That means there is one file which has been read and the same file has been written also. Okay, and this is very important. If you have a multiple files in one location and you wanted to see all the file is been copied successfully or not, you can see the output and there you will get an idea. And this is basically an output. It will give a graphical, very good graphical interface where you can see this is my Azure Blob storage and this is my destination. So this was my source. It is located in East US, and this is my destination, which is also located in the same region, East US. And I moved my file, which is of having 61 bytes, and there is only one file. Okay, and data written is also 61 bytes, and file, the same file has been written to this destination location. The duration of the copy is 7 seconds. So this much is time is it took. Okay, what this is the throughput. If you see used data where data integration units. So it will give the overall information. I'm this is a little bit advanced thing which I will tell you cover in the next session. What is data integration units? What is how we can use the parallel copies? Okay, all those stuff. So if you wanted to know the in-depth information of what has happened inside the pipeline, so this will give you complete information. Okay, so this lens icon. So this is succeeded. Now let's verify whether the file is been copied. So if the file is been copied, you see in the source, this is my source, the file is still there. It has not been moved. It has not been removed. Okay, so copy activity, make sure that your file is been copied. Okay, now go to the destination, click on container, and see here output demo. Earlier you remember I have told you we have not created any folder, but runtime we have given this folder in the pipeline and there in the data set, and it created by the pipeline. So here the same file is been, see, it's been copied. So if you wanted to see the content is same or not, click on it, click on add it, and here you can see the same content. Okay, so this way you can move copy the file, and if you see it is modified on today's, this is the date. If you see in here, this is 575 because we have loaded it, and this is 855, and if you go to here, and this is also uh, see, the start time is 8:05 a.m. 2nd July 8:34, and if you see output, the file is being generated, has been created 8:05. So this way you can copy the file from one service to another service, or from one storage account to another storage account. So hope you like this video. Happy learning, and I will come back soon with another video.